Hi, this is Graham Jeacocke. Thanks for clicking on this video. This is in response to Rabbi Tovia Singer and his video claiming that Paul from the New Testament was not a devout Pharisee. I would like to testify that according to the Old Testament, he was. Now, where do I get this from? Now, widows and orphans. Now, I've decided to read the Bible every month, Old Testament, New Testament, and when the end of a month I go back to the beginning. So I read the Bible, so within 1 year I'll have read the Bible 12 times, because my memory is not so good. And the only way to get better is to read and read and read. Now, Mr. Singer has said that Paul was not devout. Now, I'd like to point out what God had commanded every Israelite, and that was to honour widows and orphans. Now, so far I found 48 passages dealing with widows and orphans by reading the Bible, and this one is of particular interest because this comes from God. It's from Exodus 22. Do not take advantage of a widow or an orphan. If you do, and they cry out to me, I will certainly hear their cry. My anger will be aroused, and I will kill you with the sword. Your wives will become widows, and your children fatherless. Now that is irony. But if you go to the New Testament, now, if Rabbi Singer is going to say that Paul was not a devout Pharisee, then neither is he going to claim that the other apostles are devout. But let me see, how many occurrences are there in the New Testament dealing with widows and orphans? Well, we have Luke. There are 6 occurrences. John's Gospel, 1. The Acts of the Apostles, 3 times. James, once. 1 Corinthians, once. 1 Timothy, once. Corinthians and Timothy are considered works by Paul. Paul was honouring what God demanded of Jews. So he was a devout Pharisee. Because this is from the letter of James. This is not from Paul. He says, religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress. Now, it seems to me James is a devout Pharisee or a devout Jew. And if you go to Timothy, Paul has something to say about widows. He cares for them. So I don't know where Rabbi Tovia Singer is getting the idea that Paul wasn't. I would like to ask Rabbi Tovia Singer, please make a video demonstrating how you look after your current generation of widows and orphans. Or maybe you are like the person in the parable that Jesus used, the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. I don't know. Because you seem to want to blacken the character of Paul. So, let's expose your character for once. Paul's not here to defend himself, but you're here to defend yourself. In a court of law, defend yourself. Anyway, that's it. Shalom.